All right, peace of Black Power, everybody. Um, oh, here we go. Hold up. All right, here we go. Peace and Black Power, everybody. Want to welcome you to another NCRBGZ Productions. Like always, I want to thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule to be here with us today. You can be here anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, so I appreciate you. Like the video, thumb up the video, share the video. Let the family know that we live right now. We got a nice show set up for the family. We're going to talk about some of these new details that's been emerging about the shooting of the cop in the Breonna Taylor case. We're going to dive in a little bit about the Trump and Biden first debate, what people think about that. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook and the purge that Facebook is actually in the midst of doing and using COVID as a cover up for what they're doing on Facebook. Right. So, with that being said, I want panel members the opportunity to introduce themselves to the family, and then we're going to jump right in.
Peace, family. Hope all is well. This is Neb Aunt. Hope all is well out there. Hope you all being safe and being very, happy. Good times right now. It's crazy times. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace and blessings to the family.
Peace and love to all the family. I am your humble brother Crumb of Crumb TV. You can find me on YouTube on Crumb TV, Instagram Crumb TV _, and Facebook on Crumb TV. So hit that subscribe button, give me a Grammy on Instagram, and hit that follow button, family. Peace and love.
All right, that's what's up, man. I thank you, Crump, for being here, brother. I thank you, Neb, also, because y'all can be somewhere else too. We all got lives and got busy schedules, right? With that being said, we just wanted to jump up here and talk about a couple things going on. So first off, I'm gonna say the Breonna thing, the new information that came out about Breonna Taylor, I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. Hopefully, the brother join the show so we can have a lively discussion about this. But hey Neb, we're gonna jump in and start about this debate with Donald Trump and Joe Biden yesterday. From what I understand, it was their first presidential debate. So Neb, do you want to talk a little bit about it? I'm gonna be honest, family. I didn't watch it. I'm not interested in it, so I don't know anything about it. It's nothing that I'm interested in. My mind is already made up. I think Trump would be the best choice. If I'm gonna vote, Trump will get my vote. But other than that, I'm not really interested in it. So I'm not putting no energy toward it at all. But Neb, you want to speak on it, bro?
Well, I saw like 25, 30 minutes of it, and it's basically the same old politics. There's nothing different. Two old geezers up there promising and just something, if Dave Chappelle had a show right now, it would be a hell of a skit. I mean, it was funny as hell. Two clowns. And a lot of people talking about the way Trump is defending and telling people to stand down and stand up, whatever. The Proud Boys, which is supposed to be a white supremacist group from what I heard. He's defending them. He wouldn't condemn the white supremacists on the right wing side. But he's very quick to condemn the terrorists on the left wing side called Antifa, right? Antifa. He's quick to talk about them, but he's kind of defensive when it comes to certain right wingers. And Biden, the same old lies, basically the same old lies. What he gonna do? And minorities, the trick bag word minorities. I didn't watch the whole debate, but it's basically the same old stuff. And like you said, Trump just is more upfront with it, which I can respect that. I don't have to agree with Donald Trump, but at least he's not hiding from and using these sweet words to play our people on this democratic situation. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Trump, do you want to add anything? I don't know if you've been paying attention to it or not.
I wanted to ask if I can share my screen.
Yeah, let me allow that. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead.
All right. Can you see my screen? Is it working?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. So, just out of curiosity, what two words do you see?
The Electoral College.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. All right, so Electoral College, Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, this is his quote: presidents are selected, not elected. Now, the thing about Delano Roosevelt that was special is that this guy who made this quote was the same guy who served 4 terms in office as president. And he would have served 5 had he not died in office. Now, um, concerns led to the 22nd Amendment in 1951, which established a 2-term limit. There was no such thing as a 2-term limit prior to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the same guy who said presidents are selected, not elected. You know, that speaks volumes, because at that time, uh, you know, electoral college was a new phenomenon. No, well, I'm sorry, not at that time, but even though the electoral college was in place, it didn't serve purpose. So, what is this telling us? Because Franklin Delano Roosevelt, his family was super duper rich. He wasn't poor by any means. So, uh, we have lived in an oligarchy for a very long time, where there's a few bloodlines who rule, um, and that includes the aristocrats, which are uh, the nobles of this country, and the plutarchs, which are the wealthy. So you got people like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, George Soros. These are people who have a lot of money invested, and relationships. So now, when you're dealing with running for presidents, these things just aren't real. So no, I didn't see that particular debate, but I'll tell you this: the reason why I didn't participate is because when you're dealing with the voting at that level, you have to deal with the electoral college, and 99% of people who vote don't even really understand the electoral college. So why did they create the electoral college? It was for 2 reasons. The first purpose was to create a buffer between the population and the selection of the president. That is the most simplest definition I can say. It is a separation between you and selecting the president. You don't directly select the president. The electoral college is the buffer between you and that actual process. So now the founding fathers were afraid of direct election of the presidency. They never wanted you to pick the president. That was something they feared. They feared a tyrant could manipulate public opinion and come to power. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Because that seems like what they doing. They feared the thing that they doing. I tell you what, that's convenient. Last point, and then I'll pass the mic. When did the Electoral College start in the United States? The 12th Amendment, ratified in 1804, changed the original process, allowing for the separate ballots for determining the president and vice president. See Electoral College and indecisive elections for more information. The District of Columbia has 3, yada, yada, yada. My point is that when you're dealing with the electoral college, they choose, not you, and they can choose based off if they don't believe you're making the right decision. They call it faithless electors. Faithless electors. 29 states and Washington, D.C. have laws attempting to prevent the occurrence of the so-called faithless elector, when members of the electoral college vote for a candidate other than that state's winner. So now you and your state, the whole damn state, voted for Barack Obama, but the elector and the electoral college had no faith in your vote, so they still voted for whoever ran against Obama. I don't keep up. But anyway, there you have it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, also because like, I mean, I'm very familiar with how the process goes. So I know they have super delegates, and see, a lot of people don't understand the super delegates is once you automatically become the candidate, like you get super delegates, and the super delegates are based not even off our votes. These are delegates that they have out there, and certain party members get these super delegates before we even voted. Right. This is so like the brother is right on and exact with what he's speaking about. That's why I really didn't even pay this in particular this debate any attention because I ain't got no stock in it. I just know it's a clown show. I know what Donald Trump is gonna do. Donald Trump is gonna make it into chaos. He's gonna make it into a reality show because that's what Donald Trump does. But at the same time, when it comes to who I think should be our president, I agree with the businessman instead of a career politician. With that being said, nonetheless, I didn't pay no attention, so we can discuss the politics and the election or the hijacking of our presidency because the fact that we know that you ain't got but two parties and we only had one president that wasn't one of these parties. That was the first president, and that's because the parties wasn't established at that time. But other than that, every president has either been Democrat or Republican. So that in itself lets you know that it's a lot of control over that, right? But I'm gonna move on because I ain't, it don't matter to me. They can debate all they want to. At the end of the day, what they gonna do for black folks, Like that's all I care about, right? So but I wanted to talk about Facebook. This is something that I wanted to touch on because right now Facebook is in a purging stage wherein they're silencing people and censoring us, right? So you have Facebook right now that is going on a campaign wherein they are telling us that they are short staffed due to COVID, right? This is the messages that you get when you inbox Facebook or you have any questions pertaining to suspending your pages, or if they're putting you in what we call Facebook jail. Whenever you reach out to them, they always send you with a messages like, due to COVID, we are short staffed and we're it's going to take longer for us to process or get to your complaint, right? But have we realized that during the midst of this crisis, Facebook has changed their policies. Starting on September the 1st, they changed their policies. And not only that, they changed the design of Facebook because now they have the new Facebook compared to the old, right? So you are sure now. I'm saying this because I'm pissed off because what they doing to me, right? So, but you look at it from this optic, you look at it from this point of view. You are short staffed, right? Remember now, due to COVID, you are short staffed. So in the midst of y'all being short staffed, y'all found a way to change your policies, your personnel policies, and your conduct policies while using Facebook, while you're short staffed. And not only that, you come up with a way and you design and made a new design for Facebook. So now when you go on Facebook, like as of I think it was October the 16th or the 17th, they automatically have moved you to this new design with all these bugs. Now, my point is Facebook is using COVID-19 as an excuse. And I really think what they're doing is 5G that's being issued out, and we don't know the effects of 5G. We really do not know exactly what 5G entails. We hear little bits and pieces of it, but we don't know what the capabilities of 5G actually are. And I think that a lot of us are focused on are going off our old mindset of the 4G, not understanding that 5G is 4G on crack, right? So they have us separated by 6 feet. We keep saying 6 feet apart, right? So they can do the face recognition. But Facebook is currently they are closing people's accounts. They are removing your pages. If you're getting any type of money from Facebook, they're reducing your funds, they're putting you in jail, and they're not giving you no sufficient reasons why they are locking you out or putting you in what we would quote unquote jail, right? So I wanted to speak on that because it's real, family. Facebook is in the process of just straight up purging you, and they are not responding to your emails now. The reason that they're not responding is saying due to COVID. They are short staffed. But if you short staff, how you change your policies, right? How do you update the terms of policies of Facebook while you're short staffed? And not only do you update your terms of policies while you're short staffed, you also implement this new program and change the look of Facebook, right? This better program wherein there's a lot of bugs and stuff going on. So I wanted to speak on that purge. I would go a little further into it, but I'm not trying to tonight. But just understand if you on social media, it's social media for a reason. We got to stop manipulating
Anybody still there?
I'm here.
I don't know what happened to Saharu.
Hello?
But being we were live though, there's a problem. I don't know what happened to Saharu. He probably come back in. Like he must have some problems, but there is a problem with Facebook. A whole lot of people is complaining about it. You know.
Oh yeah. I was going to share my screen on that. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So what's happening is we're about to switch from a system where people govern things, and it's going to be all governed by the algorithm. They've got this new system where even the court systems are backed up. It's not just Facebook. Everybody's saying they're backed up based off COVID-19. Remember when COVID first came out, a bunch of CEOs mysteriously quit their jobs, and they got golden parachutes, and they just all resigned all at once. And we knew about it, but nobody kind of really explained what was going on. So what we're seeing is a new era called technocracy. Now, let me just go right here. Technocracy will replace capitalism. We're going to see the word technocracy is an amalgamation between technology and democracy. They're going to use technology to govern the people. See. Somebody's loud in the background. So they're gonna.
Let me mute my mic, y'all. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so for technocracy, we're gonna see, according to Webster, is government by technicians. Technocracy, management of society by technical experts. This is not only going to be just with the 5G wave, but 5G is going to usher this in by way of Israel selling that frequency. In addition to that, this is going to be crypto. They're going to start governing the money a little bit differently because everything is going to be on blockchain with that. So now nothing's going to be done in the dark. There'll be no more black market, quote unquote. We're going to have to go back to a barter system if we don't want to use the technocracy program. So, but the proper word technocracy, it says replacement economic system based on energy distribution and consumption and run by engineers, scientists, and technicians. There will be no more people on Facebook that you can reach out to. There will be no more judges. There will be no more police. They're defunding the police. Who's going to take over? Autonomous robots. It's just like Terminator. It's all coming to be. So now there will be no more politicians. There will be no more presidents. Why do you think the leading person in the government right now is who? Bill Gates, because this is technocracy. They be like, how is Bill Gates a leading whatever? He's not a doctor. He's not. No, he's a technician. That's, this whole thing is about technocracy. So now, who's rolling out technocracy? Technocracy is going to be rolled out by David Rockefeller's organization called what? Well, it's called the Trilateral Commission. So now, the Trilateral Commission had three really big initiatives. The third big initiative that they had was promote free. Well, I'm sorry, that's not necessarily. This is a PowerPoint about cryptocurrency. I had to make a point to let them know how technocracy is going to affect cryptocurrency. But let me go back to the other things. So now with technocracy, we're going to see, what they say, the Democrats and the Republicans are two wings to the same bird. Well, we're going to see where those things are going to go away. There's going to be no more Democrats and no more Republicans. It's only going to be a conglomerate under the Office of Director of National Intelligence. It's going to be AI, artificial intelligence. That's how they're going to govern us. They're going to govern us through algorithm. Who just teamed up with the NBA family? Does anybody under the sound of my voice know who the NBA just teamed up with?
No, I'm unaware of that.
Okay, so let me see if I can pull it up right now.
Brother Crumb, you're doing a great job with the information, brother. I'm just here to say that you're doing a great job.
Oh, gratitude. Okay, here I go. NBA teamed up with Microsoft. At the core of this partnership, Microsoft and NBA Digital is co-managed by the NBA and Turner Sports will develop new direct consumer platform to the Microsoft Azure cloud service that will use machine learning and artificial intelligence to deliver personalized game broadcasts as well as other content offered that will allow NBA's global fan base to customize localize their experience. We're about to see technocracy go to a whole different level, my friends.
Wow.
So this whole thing with Facebook is basically a bump and a bruise that's going to give you an idea that there is a fight club. Brothers, what is the number one rule of Fight Club?
What is it, brother?
It don't exist.
There is no Fight Club. The number one rule of Fight Club is there is no Fight Club. We don't talk about the Fight Club. But how do you know Fight Club exists? There will be bumps and bruises. What you're looking at with Facebook, with the NBA, with cryptocurrency, these are all bumps and bruises brought to you by the Trilateral Commission, which is under the Bilderberg Conference. The Bilderberg Conference is the parent company of the Trilateral Commission. J.D. Rockefeller created the Bilderberg Conference. Born out of the Bilderberg Conference was J.D. Rockefeller's grandson, David Rockefeller, the one who had 6 heart transplants. My auntie been on that damn transplant list all her life. She died on that list. David Rockefeller got 6 heart transplants and didn't die till he was, I don't know how old. But the brother's back, so I'm going to pass the mic.
Oh no, you good, brother. Keep going. Keep going.
Wow, that was great, brother. Keep going, brother. It was great.
I'm familiar with the trilateral mission and the rolling out of it. So I'm familiar with it. So I would just say that we already know AI is here. Um, and when you study your African traditions, when you study the Akan people, they have a word for AI. They have a goddess for AI that actually controls AI. So I say that to say this, that if our ancient ancestors have a word for AI, meaning that artificial intelligence is not new to them, meaning that it's something that was here prior to now, and they are aware of it. So when you're aware of something and you have a goddess, or I would say a goddess for that, that means that you know how to manipulate it and control it because it's not new. So like when and I say this about AI, and then I'm gonna let you go back on Trump, on Trump, do what you're doing, but I'm gonna say this about AI. Just look at it this way, family. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know if y'all familiar with him, but he always compare our brain to a computer, right? And one of his speeches, he talked about how our brain and the computer go hand in hand. The computer was based off our mind. That's how they created a computer. It's based off our mind and the way our mind works, right? So, what Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about is that we have, like, like you got a CD, and when you play a CD, it'll scratch, right? And the CD, it keep going back and keep playing the same thing over and over again. Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about how with us, it's nothing new under the sun. So when you're dealing with artificial intelligence, we are aware of it because we were here before, and artificial intelligence was here before because we like a CD with a scratch. We keep replaying this over and over and over again, basically saying that we already been here, we already done this. AI came and it destroyed, and we keep rebuilding, starting all over again. And we keep coming back, doing the same thing over and over and over again until eventually, one of these times when we come back to do it over again, we're not going to move too far out of Africa. We're going to stay where we're at, and we're not going to try to populate or take our show on the road. In other words, we're going to eventually, and then we will get to a point where we stop replaying this over and over again. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I like the way you was going with that, with trilateral convention. But I just know that this 5G, and China is already above 5G. So with AI, like the birth of AI, the birth of artificial intelligence is basically giving this a mind. You're giving it more control. So, like, the holograms, and half of us gonna be human, half robots, like you was talking about. Like robot, half of us humans, then half of parts of us gonna be in robots. Like this stuff is all for one people to survive though. It's only for the white race to survive. All this is all about the survival of them, because what it says on they were born by mistake, but they're going out with a purpose, meaning them. They were born by mistake, but they're going out with a purpose, meaning that their time is up. They was born here by mistake, and they're gonna leave. So they're fighting to stay on. So all this evolution, all this technology is all to keep them in power, but it's not gonna last too much longer. Because like we're waking up. But go ahead, brother. I don't want to go away from it, but I just know that Facebook is straight up on some bull crap right now. The algorithms, and then the computer is messing up, is making mistakes, but then you can't speak to nobody to correct anything that's going on, right? It's all computerized. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you call a lot of companies now. And Polite was talking about the rollout of the 5G. How now when you go through the toll booths, instead of people being there now, there's no need for people to be there. to take your money no more. The computer gonna do that. Also, Bitcoins does that. Where it's a coin called IOTA. It's with Jaguar. They teamed up with Jaguar IOTA. So now when you drive through toll booths and stuff, it takes the money on the blockchain, so you don't have to stop. Also, refueling, it costs a lot of that stuff. So I'm listening to Brother Crumb, but when you deal with crypto, a lot of this stuff is where it's headed. It's headed into this digital real estate. But go ahead, brother. I'm gonna mute my mic and let you go ahead.
Okay, that's peaceful. That's peaceful. Um, yeah, let me get my spectacles back on and just hit this thing over here. And I'm gonna hit this. So when we dealing with, well, okay, yeah, so you said keep going on the AI thing. So yeah, you're not gonna have people run this thing anymore. It's not gonna be people at all. It's gonna be on autonomous robots. Let me see if I can hit this button right here. Autonomous robots govern. I don't want to do killer robots. I want to do, you know what? Let me do another autonomous robot cop in California. California, the police department deploys RoboCop, police robot to patrol streets. And I think let's do this one. And this thing looks a little bit. Can you see my screen? I'm sorry. There we go. Now you can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that. All right. So, I don't want anybody to think I'm freestyling or making something up or just talking stuff because it sounds good. Let me just show the family some receipts real quick. So now this has a date on. Now, number one, this is by Reuters. It's right here by Reuters, CBS News Path. These are the receipts. This was published June 19th, 2019. So there's no question or doubt about it. Let's just look at the source real quick, just so we can be thorough on this joint. This is WTVY.com. This is like some little news channel. Looks like what it is. I don't know what city or state, but anyway. So the article reads, police robot to patrol the streets in California neighborhood. Now, this robot looks a little bit like R2D2. Now, this came last year. This is last year. What's going to happen? Because we already know there's a big defund the police thing already happening. I'm not trying to, this is not tinfoilhat.com and blackrevolutionary.com. If y'all want to have a talk about technocracy and ruling through programs, this is what's happening. So now we're about the next step that's happening this year. They're doing away with judges. There will be no judges. There will be no bailiff. There will be no stenographer, the woman that write down, I don't know what you call her. What they're going to do is they're going to govern with an algorithm. So just like when your ass go on Google and they be saying, hey, well, we think based off the algorithm, you would like these Nikes. They're going to say, hey, we think based off the algorithm, it's best that your ass do 6 months in prison. And that's what it's going to be. It ain't going to be no racism involved. It's going to be government by the algorithm. So, yeah, this is already in place. It's not just because it sounds good. This particular robot, when I say autonomous family, let me just, check the receipts on that one real quick for the family, just so everybody's on the same page. Just give me a moment of your time, please, and thank you.
Wow.
Autonomous robot. So an autonomous robot also simply known as an Autobot, is a robot that performs behavior or tasks with high degree of autonomy. Autonomous robots is usually autonomous robotics is usually considered to be to be a subfield of artificial intelligence, robotics, and information engineering. Here we go with that technocracy word again. We're dealing with technocracy. This has all been put in place by the Trilateral Commission, one world government. There's going to be one person controlling the program. You know, grandma thought the TV shows was called programs. We're getting back to that. Now, when we're dealing with the word uh, autonomous, or I'm sorry, autonomy, because by the time our people get to fifth grade, our European counterparts know approximately 10,000 more words. So it's always important to walk them through the words. Autonomous. I'm sorry. It picked up the other stuff I was saying. Here we go again. Autonomous. So, autonomous, a country or region having freedom to govern itself or control its own affairs. Autonomous, autonomy. It has the power to do what the F it wants. This MFer is autonomous and it can do whatever it wants. Now, as of right now, all it can do is write you a ticket. As of right now. But eventually, they're going to weaponize the machines. We know that's coming. They're going to weaponize it. And eventually, this MFer is going to be able to stun your ass from far. He's going to have a stun gun. You know the stun gun, they shoot it, and it has a projectile, and that joint hits your ass. And it's going to have a stun gun on it. Eventually, it'll have a gun on it. And if it shoots you based off the algorithm, it was justified to shoot you, just like in iRobot with Will Smith. These autonomous robots are going to make the decisions based off the algorithm, and they're going to be justified on it because the judge is going to be an algorithm. So by the time the robot shoots you, the judge will have a instant justification. But that's all I got to say on that.
Wow. That's deep. We got a brother in here named Badutu. Baduti, you in the building?
I wanted to show y'all something, man. Let me share my screen because when I was talking about something earlier, I wanted to bring some clarity when I'm talking about the hold up. First, the mind and the computer. There's a lot of videos on this out about how the computer and our mind are basically how the computer was based off our mind, basically. It's the same, similar work. There's a lot of videos on it, but also this one on what it's talking about the language and how they're using the language from our minds to 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 help out with the computer. I'm not gonna play it, man, because I ain't trying to get no strike, man. I know I get strikes for everything right now. But you can Google this. But I was looking for that word, what they call artificial intelligence in Archon, and I ain't found it yet. But AI is here, family. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It's here, and it's here. It's here, and it ain't going nowhere. And we just need to be prepared. That's it. Ray, you here, brother? Because I did want to move on to the last subject. If he ain't here, y'all want to say anything else? We're gonna move on to this.
I will say one thing. It's just amazing what Brother Crumb just said about replacing stuff in the courtroom. That's mind-boggling. That's like I robot seriously, for real. That's mind-boggling, y'all. And that's something very serious. We got to take very serious. Because what the crime when y'all were talking about, you were talking about, Brother Stewart, was real. How are we going to prepare for this, you know? I know we can't talk about everything online. But it's
Well, you
crazy.
know, yeah, everything you can't speak everything, but just know that man, listen, man, I got a video. They got drones, man, where they got little small drones. They call them killer bees. And these drones, they swarm, but they're controlled by computers, man. And they are unleashing these drones. Man, I'm gonna show it. Forget it. Let me share my screen, man. I'm gonna show y'all. You know what? Y'all talk. I'm gonna pull it up, so I ain't gotta show everything while I pull it up. But I'm gonna show you. They got this video of drones, man. They're little small. They look like little incense. They look like little small incense, right? But they controlled by their little drones, and they got dynamite on them, and they can explode. And they're using these all over the world, man. They call them like killer bees, and they just let them out. And this guy, like he shows the possibilities of them, but you gotta understand what now this is just somebody showing what are people with the power actually doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine somebody can fly something that look like a small fly and it can penetrate your head and explode and kill you, bro. And it's like a small fly. And this was like 5, 6 years ago, right? And so just imagine what they're doing now. Like when I was in the military, we had I was in the army, they had the capability back then to look into your house. And that was 2001. They was able to do that then. So just imagine what I'm gonna just tell you, like anything that they can do on anything you see on what's that video game Call of Duty? Anything you see on
Right.
Call of Duty, you best believe that we at the point now where they almost can do that. You get what I'm saying? They almost can bring it into life right now. So I'm gonna play this video. It's coming up. I'm getting to it.
Before
You
you
know, I
get to
got
video, I believe video games is a form of brainwash too, man.
well,
I
I
don't know how
know
y'all think feel about it, but you know,
at
it's controlling a whole lot of people.
one time, grown people we didn't have video games. When you look in history, and I ain't talking about just like the ones we see. At one time, grown people didn't play games at all. Like it was. Well, I'll leave that alone, man. But I'm gonna look for this video, man. But it's a lot of stuff. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna share my screen, man. Let me start this. All right. Let me share my screen. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me. I gotta make sure the volume on.
Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents. Now trust me, these were all bad guys. Now that is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped. Now, I said this was big. Why? Because we are thinking big. Watch. A $25 million order now buys this. Enough to kill half a city. The bad half. Nuclear is obsolete. Take out your entire enemy, virtually risk-free.
I'm gonna stop this now.
Just
man.
characterize him, release the swarm, and...
But y'all gotta understand, this video is old, man. This video I'm showing y'all, this is an old video. This ain't a new video. Like, this is about 5, 6 years old, man. So, you know, with the advent of the internet and AI, it's limitless what they can do, man. When Crump's showing that that little that robot in California, they already got robots that the military are training, like police, and like it's shooting and it's like a dog. It's like a four-legged dog, and they using it in military exercises. Like, this stuff is real, man. Like, but with all that being said, man, do y'all want to say anything about AI again? Because I'm gonna move on.
I got one more thing. That Micah down in Dallas, that brother who
they
tried Michael Johnson. They used a robot to kill him, right?
Yeah, they used a robot to kill him.
Uh-huh.
Because
that's all I say.
They was afraid to go in there, man. But man, you gotta understand, our cell phones are small robots, man. Like our cell phones. But I'm gonna move forward, man. I wanted to talk about on this Breonna tell. I thought the brother Chambers was gonna come up here. But you know, it's some documents that came out that showed that the brother that was accused of shooting the cop, they're saying now that there's no proof that it says ballistic. I'm gonna share my screen and then we'll just talk. I thought the brother was gonna be up here, but it's all good. Let me share my screen, man. But this is interesting because a report came out and it's showing that right here. It's basically saying that new details in the Breonna Taylor case. Ballistic report body cam video show raised questions in the shooting. But basically the ballistics, this is the wrong one, but let me get the right one. But the ballistic reports, they can't confirm that the brother even shot a cop, man. That's what it is right now. They can't confirm it according to their own ballistic reports. It's unconfirmable. I'm gonna see if they're gonna pull up. Last time I tried to pull it up, it won't pull up for me.
I heard they were hiding a whole lot of things after. They were hiding a whole lot of things that they weren't talking about.
Yeah.
Until the verdict came in.
Vice got a video out of after the raid and what they were saying. But here we go. Damn, it just left. It says the ballistic report could not. This is the video. Property of Vice. I can't play it, man, because they're gonna strike me. But basically, the ballistic reports is saying that they can't determine that the brother that shot, they saying shot the cop. The ballistic reports is not even allowing them to confirm that he was the one who do the shooting. Let's put it like that. The ballistic reports does not confirm who shot the police officer at this point. That's the new news. So all this about he shot first, they came in unannounced and he shot the cop, that's out the window. You know, it's a major cover up. And you know, just more information coming out, man. It don't surprise me. Don't that surprise me. It's a video showing a brother when he bagging up. They got the dog. You know, Vice, if you go on Vice News, you can watch all of it. They got the body cam They got Vice News got the body cam footage of the incident, and they put it out, man. So I can't play because I know they're gonna strike. But that's what's going on with that. Like we all know, once they took the money to fix it in, but now the truth is coming out. So basically, they can't even prove that the brother shot a cop, man.
I think people is getting help to that attorney. What's his name? Crump, Ben Crump. I think people are starting to see what he really is. He's not about justice.
Well, people call him an ambulance chaser, or
Right.
he's a settlement lawyer. You know, but that's here or there. You know, that it's sad, man. But hey, that's where we at with it, man. Y'all want to say anything about that? I thought somebody was gonna be up here because I wanted somebody to defend it, but I guess we'll say that for another day. Hey, so Crump, what do you think as far as the rolling out of with this AI, right? As far as um you said they're gonna remove the judges, which ain't far fetched for me right now. They removing everybody else. They're getting rid of humans. So do you think that we would be able to hack? Do you think we'll be able to hack these suckers so we can get some verdicts we want, or or we just in trouble, right? Right? If you think we can buy you can have stuff to interfere. You ever been places like in Washington D.C. and all of a sudden you get no service, like where in the area you in, that something is going on, like they watching somebody, it's taps and stuff going on because all your devices go crazy. Like, do you think we're gonna be able to do anything like hack this mess or something, or it's no use? You gotta mute your mic, bro. Your mic, you muted.
My apologies. Yeah, I was saying where there's a will, there is a way. There. I mean, look what happened with crypto. They reacted to crypto. They didn't put crypto in place. Crypto came and they had to adapt to it. So we're seeing a freer world. Uh, we've seen where um, when Napster came along, it forced them to start dealing with the world a different way. Prior to Napster, we were really dealing with the CDs. After Napster, we really started going hard on live streams. I'm sorry, not live streams, but streaming music. So we have been forcing them. We saw where um, the based off these community standards, you're going to see a lot of information be suppressed. We saw where WikiLeaks was able to be a source of information for information that they don't want us to get out. So we have really been aggressive with getting information just out there. We saw, we're seeing where we're operating as a monolith to some degree. We saw where these giants like Jeffrey Epstein are falling, and this information is, it's on Netflix now. That was unheard of at one point in time. So now not only is the information out there, it's coming to us in a whole different dynamic than ever before. So I think it's a double-edged sword. It's very dangerous, and it can't, it's like a hammer. Can a hammer build you a house? Yeah, that's a true statement. However, can a hammer tear your house down? Absolutely. Don't play. We bust these windows out. So now, with that said, we're seeing where this it it's a mixed bag. it's good and it's bad. But hey, I guess that's the balance within it. Did you ever see that TV show called Black Mirror? I'm sorry, it's not a TV show, so it's a Netflix series called Black Mirror.
Heard of it, never seen it.
Nah, I ain't big on TV shows and nothing like that.
Oh my God, brother. Now keep in mind I am the biggest hermit in the room, but this is one that I demand, and I don't I'm not a brother to make demands, but I demand that you brothers watch this jank. So in terms of technocracy, so it said it shared my screen, but I think it shared more than I wanted to. But let
Oh,
me.
it's up here. I see it. You sharing on Google. You said it's Black Mirror.
Oh, is Google that I'm sharing?
Yeah, I see Google. It's on Netflix. You said right.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see what I'm sharing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Black Mirror images. All right. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Actually, it just went away, but I don't know
yeah, I
what's.
see it. Black Mirror. I'm looking at it right now.
I mean,
Sci-fi explores high tech near future where humanity's greatest innovations and darkest instincts collide.
I mean, is that from me sharing screen or is that somewhere else that you're reading from?
I'm reading it from Netflix.
Oh, so I'm not sharing my screen.
Yeah, I see your screen,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah,
I'm seeing half you and half the screen, so it's not a full or it's not full screen like last time.
oh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna close that one out. I'm probably doing the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, let
But
me
I'll
try.
pull it up. I got you, bro. I'll pull it
Okay.
up.
Yeah. 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 Thank you.
If the Netflix are there. You said Black Mirror, right?
Yes, sir. So for Black Mirror, I want you to pull up the I think it's like Robo Dog or some shit, because that's probably the most scariest one. And yeah, yeah, that's probably the most scariest one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think that was motivated by some shit that's really taking place with MIT. Did you share it?
Yeah, I'm about to right now. Let me see
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Let me see. All right. So which Black Mirror is the Bandersnatch?
Oh, you're on Netflix. No, if you could just go to Google.
Oh, all right. So yeah, because I was gonna look it up. See, I was like, I'll look at it because this is crazy. Black Mirror.
Um,
Is it the British this one right here?
no, 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 no. Within the search, just to type in dog robot.
There we go.
So this
Oh yeah,
episode,
yeah, 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 yeah. I seen it. But
man,
I haven't seen this episode. But what I'm saying is I've seen that dog robot with the police though,
right,
training. But
right.
yeah,
Like you're talking about in real life, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
seen it.
horrible, right?
Yeah. I
Like,
would
no, no, I seen it in real life.
yeah. I would go to Facebook and pull it up, man, but they got a video of the cops out there with a dog like that. It's a
Yeah,
robot though,
right.
and and they shooting it, telling it what to do, and the robot, yeah. But I
Mm,
ain't seen this. That's interesting, but it don't
man,
surprise me. It do not surprise me.
right, right.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, but one thing about something that at the end of the day, I have to say this, and you can call me super conscious. You can call me what you want to call me. But like I said earlier, it's nothing new up under the sun, and I mean that. So I honestly believe no matter what happens, no matter what comes, no matter what made, at the end of the day, it still have to go through the laws of nature. It's still governed by nature. Anything that is governed by nature, I feel like we can control. That's just my personal opinion. Even with anything, artificial intelligence, anything, I feel like we can control it. But with that being said, that's a perfect text. But that's right on time. I wanted to do 1 hour, so it's been exactly 1 hour, so that's perfect. With that being said, I thank everybody for coming up. I want to give y'all brothers the opportunity to close out. Say y'all goodbyes. We'll do this another time.
I was gonna say, tell everybody, peace, family. I'm very short winded, so I'm gonna go ahead and say go ahead first. Y'all take care. Be safe out there and keep building strong. And go read a book. Go buy a book and read a book. Open your mind up. And that's what I'm gonna say. Peace.
Well, I just want to say I am your humble brother Crumb from Crumb TV. You can find me on YouTube on Crumb TV. Smash that subscribe button. You can also find me on Racebook. That's what I call Facebook. Hit that follow button, family. And last but not least, you can find me on Instagram. And if you are on Instagram, give me a Grammy, family. Hit that follow button, Crumb TV _. I want to thank everybody in the sound of my voice. I want to thank all the audience, the listening, and I want to thank my gracious hosts, all the family over there in North Kakalaki. Peace and love to all the family.
Peace, brother. Peace. Much love.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. And like always, man, I appreciate the family. Even if you watch the playback, I appreciate y'all for watching. And just leave a comment, leave some constructive criticism. Ain't nobody above report. Stage. That's what it's all about. And everybody, y'all be safe, man, and just get prepared. We like roaches, family. We ain't going nowhere. Peace.